Today marks 21 years since terrorists killed more than 3,000 people after hijacking 4 commercial airplanes in the morning of September 11, 2001, flying 2 of the planes into the World Trade Center buildings, 1 into the Pentagon, and 1 crashing in Pennsylvania after flight passengers tried to take back the plane from terrorists. KIMT News 3's Alec Lasham was in Pine Island today for a remembrance event that honored the Americans who died that day.
First responders in Pine Island gathered at the American Legion to honor the heroes that answered the call on September 11, 2001. Sunday marks 21 years since terrorist attacks in New York, Virginia, and Pennsylvania rocked the nation. In Pine Island, law enforcement, firefighters, and members of the community marched to the American Legion to pay respects to those who died on that dark day. Mayor David Freese, who is also a firefighter, says veterans are still suffering from the war on terror that followed the events of 9/11.
I feel that there needs to be a greater effort to focus on both the mental health aspects of what took place, and we're seeing it here even locally in Pine Island. You know, just recently we've seen the effects of PTSD and that lack of support.
And for first responders, Freese says it has not been easier.
The challenge that we're seeing as first responders is you're seeing a lot more trauma, and that's having a lasting effect on our first responders, and they need to be able to have help dealing with that emotionally.
However, he says ultimately the day is about remembering those who made the ultimate sacrifice.
As you get older, you have a deeper appreciation for what happened. You understand both sides of the story of the history of 9/11, why it took place. And that's why I feel it's more and more important that we take the time to just remember what happened, remember those that died.
In Pine Island, Alec Lasham, KIMT News 3.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say nearly 71,000 Americans have been diagnosed with physical and mental health conditions due to the events of 9/11.